You're watching Machindo's hometown station, HTV1.
Hello everyone, it's Brett Boyd from the Market House, where we have adjusted our hours to serve the community and keep our community and our associates safe. So now Market House is available to you from 9 until 6 every single day, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. with an exclusive shopping hour for seniors from 9 to 10. And don't forget our text shopping service as well, 517-234-2020. Market House is here for you.
Tired of having everyone know you're coming before you arrive because of your exhaust? If so, then it's time to call the experts at RS Custom Exhaust in Hillsdale. RS Custom Exhaust has all the tools and parts to make your vehicle quiet again. And for you sports car enthusiasts, if you're looking for the roar to be the king of the roads, RS Custom Exhaust can help you too. With free estimates and first-class service, RS Custom Exhaust has your vehicle covered. So stop and see them today, located at 1461 Vera Drive in Hillsdale.
From Machindo's news leader, this is HTV1 News at noon.
Well, as the Hillsdale County Medical Care Facility confirms the total number of coronavirus deaths there, they also pass along some good news. Well, good afternoon, Machindo. I'm Scott Pienta. Well, we'll start right there today as WCSR reports that officials have confirmed this figure. 13 of the 17 deaths in Hillsdale County took place at the medical care facility. Now, they've been dealing with an outbreak there almost since the very beginning of the pandemic. And administrators have told HTV1 News that they're taking every precaution to stem the tide. Well, the good news is that appears to be paying off. The facility announced on their Facebook page that the 3 residents have surpassed the 21-day mark after diagnosis, and they were discharged from the isolation unit yesterday. Well, just to be safe, they've been moved to a separate unit apart from both isolation and the general population for another 7 days. 6 more residents have passed the 21-day mark and will be transferred to that 7-day unit in the coming days. The Facebook post says that the staff are all rooting for their residents and they're glad to see that what they're doing is making a difference. As for the overall numbers, Hillsdale County shows 122 confirmed cases of the novel coronavirus and 17 deaths. Branch County counts 57 positives and 2 deaths. Lenawee County's case count continues to grow dramatically as they're now up to 91 confirmed cases, 45 recoveries, and 1 death. They also count 20 probable cases, 8 recoveries, and no deaths in that category. Officials there have noted that the increased number would come as a result of more widespread testing. And Steuben County reports 23 confirmed cases with 2 more positive results coming within the last day. And that's 1 case higher than what the state of Indiana currently shows for the county. As the health department says, one of those cases was reported on after they sent their most recent data to the state officials. Still only 1 death to report in Steuben County. Williams County reports 30 confirmed cases and 3 possible cases with 1 death. And Fulton County has 20 confirmed cases and 1 probable case, clarifying that Tuesday's new case was a positive test result. Still no deaths to report there. Well, Hillsdale Hospital is warning Governor Gretchen Whitmer if the elected procedures are not allowed to continue within the next week, well, they may just have to close forever. An open letter to the governor from Hospital Vice President J.J. Hodgshire says general surgery accounts for 20% of Hillsdale Hospital's net revenue. He says that the loss of elective surgeries combined with the stock market shortfalls and projected lower patient volumes in all areas over the next 3 months has created a $10 million shortfall for the fiscal year ending on June 30th. Federal stimulus funding has only offset $1 million for that amount, which leaves loans as the only other option for funding, and that there's no guarantee that those loans will be forgiven. He says 128 rural hospitals have closed nationwide since 2010, forcing patients in those areas to drive an hour or more to receive care, even in emergencies. Now, Hodgshire writes that the hospital supports executive orders based on the science, but those that go beyond the crippling to both rural and urban hospitals alike. In terms of personal protection equipment, well, he urges the state government to ensure smaller rural hospitals like Hillsdale have access to PPE despite their size in relation to larger communities with significantly higher infection rates. Now, Hodgshire says Hillsdale Hospital has a zero patient-to-patient, patient-to-employee, or employee-to-employee transmission of the novel coronavirus, but needs supplies and protection from health risks of all the same, adding, this is not a one-size-fits-all dilemma. He says Hillsdale Hospital has followed all recommendations from the federal and state agencies to the letter and calls it ironic that hospitals are laying off nursing staff in the midst of a global pandemic when they're expected to treat the sickest of patients without interruption. Hodgshire cited the $58 billion airline bailout that was passed by Congress, saying that the lack of financial resources for the basic health care operation is counterintuitive. Well, the hospital is asking Governor Whitmer to allow local hospital leadership, local public health officials, and local physicians to determine what is and is not safe for patients in their area. Well, a Hillsdale company is among 5 businesses that have filed a lawsuit against Governor Whitmer and the MDHHS director, Robert Gordon, over the executive orders issued to combat the novel COVID-19 pandemic. Now, according to WJBK and WTVB, the parent company of Hillsdale Jewelers, Bayhash and Company LLC, joins several Detroit area businesses in the lawsuit, which was filed in federal court on Tuesday. Now, the company claims that the constitutional rights were violated in several ways by the order, saying that they were forced to close or significantly restrict their business, depriving them of their liberty and property interests without due process. Well, they also claim that one executive order effectively suspended the Freedom of Information Act through June 4th, preventing assessment of the information that the state had been using to determine their actions in dealing with the pandemic. Well, the lawsuit says that the governor has not disclosed that data or the methodology behind it, and the plaintiffs accuse Whitmer of shuttering civil society, placing 10 million people under house arrest and taking jobs away from nearly 1.2 million people without due process. The plaintiffs seek declaratory and injunctive relief through a trial by jury. Well, so far there has been no response to the lawsuit from Whitmer or Director Gordon. Along those same lines, an attorney from Hillsdale has joined the legal team for a Detroit area woman who is suing Governor Whitmer over another part of her emergency measures. The Hillsdale Daily News reports that Lynn Allen of Grosse Pointe Park filed a federal lawsuit against Michigan Governor on Saturday, claiming that the Allen's rights to travel to an in-state property that she partially owns was infringed by Whitmer's travel ban. Specifically, the lawsuit refers to an Executive Order 2020-42 that prohibited Michigan residents from traveling to vacation rentals or in-state residences for any reason other than essential activity as listed in the text. That order has since been rescinded and replaced by Executive Order 2020-59. The lawsuit says Allen was not allowed to travel to timeshare in northern Michigan, but another partial owner was allowed to make the same trip from Indiana. She's asking for a declaratory judgment and $1 in damages for allegedly civil rights violations under the due process and equal protection clauses of the Michigan and United States Constitutions. Well, the legal team, made up of a group of University of Michigan law students, recently added Hillsdale attorney and Republican candidate for state representative Andrew Fink. Well, Fink tells the Daily News that he decided to join the team after talking to a fellow Hillsdale College alum, Jacob Weaver, who is now one of the U of M students spearheading the case. Fink says he believes the case has merit because it involves 2 American citizens who are facing unequal application of the same law. He added that while he was in his own opinions of how Whitmer had handled the pandemic response, he would not comment on that for this story because he didn't want to use his personal beliefs to overshadow his client's case. Governor Whitmer has denied a request from a local drive-in theater to reopen. Well, and now that theater is asking the public to change her mind. WTVB says that the Capri Drive-In in Branch County's Batavia Township wants to reopen for the 2020 season, and they emailed the governor's office to get permission despite the state's stay-at-home order remaining in effect. Well, you can see here the results on their marquee sign, which says, "Want to open, can't, call Gov, thanks." A planned drive-in theater in Oakland County was also denied permission to open. The current stay-at-home order remains in effect until May 15th. Well, still ahead, a fire destroys 2 garages in Hillsdale County, and Coldwater may still allow a marijuana business to open in downtown. HTV1 News at Noon continues right after this.
There's a reason that professionals shop at Jonesville Lumber. They expect quality, service, and knowledge, and that's exactly what they receive. For nearly 100 years, Jonesville Lumber has been family-owned. We take pride in serving our area with great products at competitive prices. We have dedicated project estimators in-house that will help figure the materials needed to complete your next task at hand. Whether you're building your dream home, adding a pole barn, building a deck, updating your kitchen, or painting your front door, let Jonesville Lumber help you with your next project.
Authentic Mexican food is just a short drive away at El Cerrito in Coldwater and Hillsdale. The variety-packed menu has something for everyone, with classic Mexican dishes, El Cerrito specialties, and tasty treats for dessert. Don't forget the best margaritas in town with margarita specials Friday and Saturday. And carry-out ordering is great for work lunches or picking up dinner for the family. Make your next meal a fiesta for your taste buds at El Cerrito on Chicago Street in downtown Coldwater and Carlton Road in Hillsdale.
Does your vehicle sound like a tractor putting down the road? Then you need to see the experts at RS Custom Exhaust in Hillsdale. They will give you a free estimate along with first-class customer service. They custom make any exhaust needed for your vehicle. Stop and see them today, located at 1461 Vera Drive in Hillsdale.
The Saucy Dogs is the name and barbecue is the game. Come on down for a good time and some great food. At Saucy Dogs, try our barbecue nachos or our tasty ribs. We'll have you howling for more. Saucy Dogs, downtown Jonesville.
Hello everyone, it's Brett Boyd from the Market House, where we have adjusted our hours to serve the community and keep our community and our associates safe. So now Market House is available to you from 9 until 6 every single day, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. with an exclusive shopping hour for seniors from 9 to 10. And don't forget our text shopping service as well, 517-234-2020. Market House is here for you.
Well, welcome back. Well, 2 garages were destroyed and some siding on a neighboring house was melted as fire ripped through a Waldron property earlier this week. The Hillsdale Daily News says it happened on Emerson Road, a street around 9:30 p.m. on Tuesday. The blaze engulfed one detached garage before it spread to another detached garage. Crews from the Wright Waldron Fire Department were assisted by firefighters from Morenci, and they quickly got the fire under control by 10 o'clock. No one was injured, and the case is still under investigation. A Coldwater man was involved in a single vehicle crash in Hillsdale County earlier this week. It happened around 10 o'clock Tuesday morning on South Allen Road near Bankers Road in Reading Township. 31-year-old Carl Strugau was headed south when he lost control of his vehicle and hit a tree. Well, the Hillsdale County Sheriff's Office didn't report any injuries, and Strugau was wearing his seatbelt at the time. He was cited for careless driving, and the accident remains under investigation. Well, those of you who have been waiting for the US 12 to be resurfaced between Bronson and the St. Joseph County line will be happy to know that that project will be starting this upcoming Monday. According to WTVB, the project that was originally scheduled for the last fall, but the cold weather prevented work from being started. Well, the $2.1 million job will resurface US 12 from St. Joseph Road to Wayne Street, including sidewalk ramp upgrades and new pavement markings. One lane will remain open in each direction, and drivers should be watching out for single lane closures and traffic regulators. Now, nighttime work will also be conducted. The project is expected to be finished by June 12th. And just a heads up for Coldwater Township, WTBB says recycling center will be closed for repairs for the next 3 weeks. Township Supervisor Don Roger apologized for the inconvenience, but he suggested that residents take their recyclable materials to Biz Aid at the end of Darling Drive in Coldwater, as that company has suspended all general fees for Branch County residents. Biz Aid is open Wednesdays through Saturday from 9 a.m. until 2 p.m., and they are allowing one person at a time. Well, for more information, you can visit bizaidllc.com or call them at 517-227-4901. And the Coldwater City Council wants a pot shop downtown. Well, WTVB reports that the council has asked the City Planning Commission to at least consider a location for a recreational marijuana business in the Central Business District. Currently, the Planning Commission is developing a proposal for retail locations near I-69, but hasn't included any plans for storefronts downtown. City Council member John Pazisco raised the issue at Monday night's council meeting, asking for the downtown location to at least be considered at a public hearing during the Planning Commission's June 1st meeting. Pitsko says he didn't understand why the city was limiting permits to the I-69 corridor while they're trying to revitalize the downtown area. Other council members did agree with him. Now, the Downtown Development Authority is also expected to give their input. Now, the Planning Commission is expected to formulate their final ordinance proposal after the June 1st meeting, and the City Council will then consider the issue. Any downtown marijuana business would still have to remain 1,000 feet away from any school or church. Well, as we reported on a month ago, Sweden has a very limited restrictions. And while most countries are on lockdown and have some sort of stay-at-home orders from officials, Sweden has taken a very different approach. Well, CNN's Phil Black takes a look at how that has affected the country's outbreak.
To visit Sweden now is to enter a strange land where people can just hang out together, seek shelter from the cold in cozy restaurants, go for a drink or a coffee.
It's been crowded all over, all the bars and restaurants and so on.
You can shop for fashion and beauty products, or even allow a hairdresser to invade your personal space.
Sooner or later I will get corona, I think, so.
So you've accepted that will happen?
Yeah.
And in the meantime, it's important to look good.
Yeah, you're right.
That sums up the authorities' approach here. COVID-19 is going to be around for a while, and society must find a way to live with it. So, no forced lockdown. Instead, an emphasis on personal responsibility. Please work from home, keep to yourself in public. The official rule in bars and restaurants is stay an arm's length apart. No gatherings of more than 50 people. Elementary and middle schools are still open, while most high school students and college students study at home. Anders Tegnell is the state epidemiologist driving the policies here. He claims success in flattening the curve and keeping serious cases within hospital capacity. And he says it's a good thing. His agency estimates 26% of Stockholm's population has now been infected, because in theory, that means more immunity.
But you insist that herd immunity has never been a goal.
No, but it will help us achieving our goal, which is slowing down the spread as much as possible so that we can keep a good healthcare running.
But for a small country, Sweden is already paying a big human cost. More than 2,400 people have died here, vastly greater numbers than neighbouring countries which imposed much tougher restrictions.
That is true.
What do you take from that?
Yeah, that we need to investigate and try to understand why. And we know for sure one of the reasons why is that we have this huge amount of cases in our elderly homes.
It's a disturbing trend. Around half of those who've died here lived in care homes. The Swedish government admits they've failed to protect the elderly. The open policies are broadly popular here, but there is anger too, especially among those who've lost so much to the virus.
I'm so sorry. It hurts when I say his name.
Mireille Gurria buried her father Joseph on Monday. She says he and many others would still be alive if Sweden had chosen a different path.
there is people dying, and there is a human being, like me, like you, like my dad. They are not just statistics and numbers.
Sweden's experience will inform governments around the world as they plot their exits from lockdown. But authorities here say it's still too soon to judge their actions because they, like everyone, are struggling to deal with a threat they're only starting to understand. Phil Black, CNN, Stockholm.
Well, currently the World Health Organization says there are 3,090,445 cases worldwide, of which there has been 217,769 deaths in 213 countries. Well, the season may have been canceled, but the Hillsdale Charger basketball team is still making moves. We'll tell you all about it right after this.
El Cerrito's variety-packed menu has something for everyone. With generous servings and lots of flavor, you'll think of it as a fiesta for your taste buds. Dine in or carry out at El Cerrito on Chicago Street in downtown Coldwater and Carlton Road in Hillsdale.
There's a reason that professionals shop at Jonesville Lumber. They expect quality, service, and knowledge. And that's exactly what they receive. For nearly 100 years, Jonesville Lumber has been family-owned. We take pride in serving our area with great products at competitive prices. We have dedicated project estimators in-house that will help figure the materials needed to complete your next task at hand. Whether you're building your dream home, adding a pole barn, building a deck, updating your kitchen, or painting your front door, let Jonesville Lumber help you with your next project.
The Saucy Dogs is the name, and barbecue is the game. Come on down for a good time and some great food. At Saucy Dogs, try our barbecue nachos or our tasty ribs. We'll have you howling for more. Saucy Dogs, downtown Jonesville.
Well, I need to make a correction. It was a baseball team, not the basketball team. But anyways, Hillsdale College is promoting another assistant coach to the higher title. Well, this time on the baseball team. That's right. Evan Berliner came out to the Charger baseball program in August and as an assistant coach after serving as an outfielder and assistant hitting coach for 2 years at Ottawa University in Surprise, Arizona. Now, according to the college athletics website, Coach Eric Tyson says Berliner will still be focused mostly on analytics, but he wants to give him more control and ownership of that part of the program. Berliner has now been named Director of Player Development and Operations. Now, Tyson says Berliner will be in charge of collecting and analyzing data and statistics on players, developing personal player plans that focus on the improving areas and where the data shows they need it, and adjusting those plans as the season continues. Well, Berliner expressed his enthusiasm for the role and says that the culture that Coach Tyson has built around the team has helped him grow into it quickly and easily, particularly with Tyson's support. Well, those are today's top stories. We'll see you right back here tomorrow for HTV1 News at noon. Don't forget, you can find more of our news in our live broadcast streams 24/7 at htv1.net. For all of us here at HTV1, I'm Scott Pienta. Enjoy the rest of your afternoon and have a great day, everyone.
Tired of having everyone know you're coming before you arrive because of your exhaust? If so, then it's time to call the experts at RS Custom Exhaust in Hillsdale. RS Custom Exhaust has all the tools and parts to make your vehicle quiet again. And for you sports car enthusiasts, if you're looking for the roar to be the king of the roads, RS Custom Exhaust can help you too. With free estimates and first-class service, RS Custom Exhaust has your vehicle covered. So stop and see them today, located at 1461 Vera Drive in Hillsdale.
Hello everyone, it's Brett Boyd from the Market House, where we have adjusted our hours to serve the community and keep our community and our associates safe. So now Market House is available to you from 9 until 6 every single day, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. with an exclusive shopping hour for seniors from 9 to 10. And don't forget our text shopping service as well, 517-234-2020. Market House is here for you.